Good evening, folks. Wally here. Today we're back for episode 17 of JJK. Last time we left off, we had a pretty thrilling duel with a panda and Mechamaru, Ultimate Mechamaru, and we saw quite a bit of gruesome truth behind all the cool factor and just the dark past of both Panda and of Ultimate Mechamaru. And I'm hoping that they bring this around maybe in a future arc when we're in trouble and we need some backup. The real Mechamaru comes into play. But until then, we're still back where we were, right on that first game. I did mention last time that this first game has gone on a bit too long for my liking, and they're not really even focusing on the game. It's just all gone awry, and Toto's fighting Yuji, and he's talking to Yuji about your style is very unrefined, and the lag between your attack is like a whole thing, but you can make it better, and all of that. So I'm really curious where this is going, because clearly the actual tournament arc does not matter. It's really just kind of a test to see if Yuji is worth keeping around by the big clans. So I'm really curious where this is going. So without further ado, we should just jump right in there. Before that, though, I do need to mention that if you are interested in watching these reactions unfiltered, unedited, uncut, you can check out my Patreon link down in the description below. It's right there, and you can go and subscribe for just $5 a month, and you can get all of my content, everything I put out for just that $5 a month, unfiltered, uncut, complete access to everything that I have ever done. And yeah, if you would like to support me and want to see me make this a bigger thing and get you more and more of your favorite shows reviewed by someone that genuinely knows a lot about anime and thinks of himself as something of a genuine critic, then yeah, please subscribe, and I hope you have a great time watching. Without further ado, then let's jump right into it. Someone's actually killing the curses and getting points. Okay. Yeah, Maki doesn't have cursed energy. Okay. Yeah, exactly. They've completely ignored the objective. Broom to the face is wild. Oh damn, not the misogyny. Girl, girl. Huh. Oh, she is a major pain in the ass. Oh yeah. I want Inumaki to get more action. Okay. Okay, Zenin. Okay. So that's why she hasn't been promoted.
そんな可愛げのかけらのない家に一生仕えて蔑まれて生きる。私たちが当然のように享受している環境を手にするのに、舞ちゃんたちがどれだけ苦労しているか。呪いを仲間だと勘違いできる頭で、よく考えたら。うるせえよ。こうなら何しても許されんのかよ。
Yeah, you are. You're.
逆に恵まれた人間が後ろ指刺されりゃ満足か。そうやって沙織ちゃんはどんな生い立ちだろうと、私はあいつが気に食わねえ。同じ生い立ちでも私はマキさんが大好きだ。てめえらこそこれから呪おうとしてるバカがどんな人間か。
Yeah.
少しは
Oh,
考えたことあんのかよ。
we gotta pause. Okay, I really want to talk about this. This is pure and utter stolen valor, isn't it? Like, I forget her name, the Hime blonde girl from Kyoto. She's literally stealing Maki and Mai's trauma and using it to make someone else feel worse. That's like if I were to go to someone that's eating in a restaurant and say, "Oh my, look at the children in Africa that are starving." What does that have to do with anything? You're using this one tangential argument to humanize these people and then dehumanize Yuji. In this whole equation, the Zenin, the people, are the ones that are the monsters. The hypocrisy, the argument doesn't make any sense. I'm kind of baffled on what she's trying to say because it ain't processing, Chief. And Nobara is completely right to say, have you ever thought to even consider who Yuji is? And what makes anyone obligated to have so much pity on someone and, give up what they want because, oh, this person has misfortune. Like, Maki or Mai aren't making bad shit about it. Like, they're still going and persevering. So why are you using their trauma as your justification? It's such complete stolen valor. And I think her character is supposed to be kind of a my fanboy is kind of deal. And she's kind of vicariously living through my almost, I feel like, or just a fangirl of her or something, unless we get a deeper backstory on it. So this feels really disingenuous. Oh, what is this OST? Okay. She made a voodoo doll. Okay. Oh, the broom is done for. Oh. Oh. Fugisaki Nobara. Oh. Well, we're gonna talk about that. Okay. Okay, Nobara's competing hard for best girl. Oh, fucking A. My. Oh. 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 Maki just feels out of Mai's leagues. My out of Mai's league. Or vice versa.
私にはない才能がある。
Okay.
聞いたか扇の娘の話。片方は術式どころか呪いも見えんらしい。やはり双子は強調か。
Oh.
かえってよかったかもしれんな。嫡男の給仕など目も当てられんだろう。
また、仕方ねえな。ほら、目つぶってろ。見えなきゃいねえのと同じだよ。
昔から不安なんてないみたいに未来へズカズカ突き進むあんたが大嫌いだった。
Jesus.
家を出るかマキ。
雑用係は足りてんだろ。心配しなくてもそのうち戻ってくるさ、ご当主様。
なぜ戻る？
私が全員家当主になる。
Oh. Oh.
ならばこちらも相応の試練を与えようぞ。
勝手にしろよ。
前にもな。
Oh, the
あい
expression
つは
change.
関係ねえだろ。
嘘つき。
I think Maki's gonna have Mai, but then Mai's gonna get saved.
6発撃ったな。リロードはさせねえ。
あんたなんか大嫌いだから初恋も術式もあんたに教えたことはない。構築術式、己の呪力をもとに物質をゼロから構築
She's a
する
conjurer. Holy shit.
結界内での消毒領域の具現化とは異なり、構築術式で一度生成された物質は術式終了後
She's just actually matter creating.
それゆえに呪力消費が激しく体への負荷が大きい。前には一日一発の弾丸を作るのが限界。わかりやすく弾数でブラフを張るためのリボルバー。
Oh,
私の
Maki's done.
弾をキャッチした。
She caught a bullet.
素手で触るもんじゃねえな。
She just caught a bullet.
マキ
That's like speed of sound reaction.
メカメルと同じある意味逆の転用呪縛。本来術式を持って生まれるはずだったあんた。それと引き換えに人間離れした身体能力を与えられた。全員家では認められなかった。私にはなかった才能。
決着ってことでいいな。
なんで家を出たの？
There it is. There it is.
お前だって高専来たじゃねえか。
私は自立師なんてなりたくなかった。
There it is.
あんたが頑張るから私も頑張らざるを得なかった。努力も痛いのも怖いのももううんざり。うちでこき使われるのの何がいけないのよ。適当に雑用こなして適当に生きればよかったじゃない。なんで一緒に落ちぶれてくれなかったの？
Oh. Oh, that's huge. Oh. Oh, dear God.
あのままじゃ私は私を嫌いになってた。それだけだよ。ごめんな。
お姉ちゃん、手離さないでよ。離さないよ。絶対だよ。しつけえな。絶対置いてかないでよ。当たり前だ。
This is one of the best episodes of the series. This was by far one of the most interesting episodes of the series, and after quite a while, the story is finally trying to do a bit more character work and not more world building and lore work. And I genuinely really enjoyed this episode. I liked last episode as well with Panda and Ultimate Mechamaru, but I'll be honest, Panda isn't really too interesting to me as a character. Like, the design doesn't speak to me that much, and it's kind of okay. But the thematic plight and so the thematic core of this episode, I would say, are three things. One is a conversation on gender and gender differences and sexism and feminism to an extent. The other is about fate and destiny and taking that into your own hands and freedom. And a third, I would say, is about love. Like, these three concepts were pretty well thought out and executed through Nobara, Nishimiya, Mai, and Maki. So, okay, let's start from the top then. Nobara listens to Nishimiya, stolen valor, ranting about Mai and Maki's trauma. I feel like Nishimiya either has a crush on Mai or is infatuated with her, or if it's not nothing romantic, then maybe Mai saved her in some way or some kind of hero worship kind of deal. But there's something there where Nishimiya is like a white knight for Mai. And so she's kind of using that angle to as a cudgel to then dehumanize Yuji and say that guy's a curse. Look at these real people that are suffering here, and you would count that guy among yourself instead of Maki and Mai. But that's like missing the entire point of everything, because if this is how the Jujutsu world treats other people, then what gives them any right to have a say in what happens to Yuji? If they treat other people as if they're curses, much less curses being treated as curses. But anyways, Nobara does a really good job of refuting all of these points, and especially about the point about women and being forced to be perfect or being forced to be this or that and being forced to be cute, when it's like it's always a choice. And I understand that in a lot of the world, and especially in places like Japan that are more conservative, this is quite a big problem. The whole concept of the Yamato Nadeshiko, the perfect woman that is like pure and flawless. I understand that concept, and that's kind of what she's aiming at. Is that that's what's expected from them by the elders, the generation before them, the boomers, etc., etc. And Nobara is a very good representation of not modern. Modern is the bad word. Current attitudes towards these sentiments as the older generations are getting phased out. Is that gender is not the end all be all of anything. Just because you were born a man or born a woman or born any other denomination that you prefer to say does not mean that you are infinitely in one bucket and you can never crawl out of that bucket. And this is a through line that's gonna keep progressing in this entire episode. So I'm setting it over here. Just because you are of a particular gender does not mean that that's your fate and lot in life and you can't escape it. And it also does not mean that you just because you want to be cute as a woman or pretty as a woman doesn't mean that something is forcing you or society is forcing you or anything like that. It's you on a personal level making that choice. And similarly, when I want to be strong, I will be strong. And I love that about myself. This episode was entirely about self-love, self-worth, and beating self-loathing and overcoming self-loathing. and overcoming what everyone else thinks about you to make something of yourself despite it all. And that's what Nobara is asserting: is I am Kugisaki Nobara. I am not just a woman. I am not just X or Y. You can't put me in this box. You can't put me in this label and expect me to stay there, which is a large part about postmodern the postmodern era that we live in right now, is that we are no longer constrained by these very binary labels. We choose what we are in the moment, and that's what we stick to. And it's not like these things are restricted to gender. You can be cute as a guy, you can be strong as a woman, you can be all of these things despite your gender. And you yourself as an individual is what matters, not what clan you belong to, not what gender space you belong to. All of that is arbitrary and completely extraneous to what's inside, what's the soul. And in this show, we know the soul is an actual thing. So the soul just transcends all of that, doesn't it? Once you're not in this body, you're just a soul. What are you? Are you a man or woman, a zenin, something else? And then we take that through line and we extend it to Mai and Maki. You have these siblings, and they're, of course, the imposter syndrome is insane over here. Like, you feel like constantly you're not good enough, you don't deserve anything that good that you get, and you were born an ill omen, like all of that, all of those prejudices coming on top of you. And then Maki simply laying down the truth that when you close your eyes and you walk by them, it's like those prejudices never exist. Those chains holding you down don't exist. But for Mai is the opposite end of the spectrum. She's the person who d- cannot fathom a world where she can make something of herself and she can be something. Especially being a twin, she's got an insane inferiority complex to Maki. She can do such an amazing ability with conjuring a live object, but that doesn't mean anything to her. And she feels like it's one of those things where when you're down on your luck and you're friends with other people that are down on on their luck as well, you build this kind of kinship, and you're like, hey, we're all in this bad situation together, and at least we have each other. That's the kind of situation she had with her sister. But Maki crawled her way out of that and decided not to be in that bucket anymore. Again, the bucket analogy. She decided to get out of that bucket that she was placed into from birth. And for every Maki, there is a Mai out there. Every Maki that's trying to be something more than what she was assigned to be, there's a Mai that just that doesn't find the motivation or the drive to do that. And they simply hunker down and accept their fate. And this is a major, major theme of a woman's experience as well. Not that I'm an expert on this, but I have read a bunch of, feminist literature. I am a literature major, so I do know a bit about what I'm talking about in these films. And this is a very big part of a woman's experiences, breaking through those assigned barriers that you have, and many don't. Many just accept their lot in life and continue onwards and never actually listen to their heart's desire. And the fact that someone is able to that, especially your twin is able to do that, makes you hate them, but that's projection. You hate yourself. You don't hate them, you hate yourself for not being able to do what they're doing. And that that can escalate so fast and fester for so long because you've left them. You're the guy in the friend group that went on to become a millionaire or did something incredible while you were suffering in mediocrity and didn't try to make something more about yourself, of yourself. And now you're just left in the dust, but it's never too late. It's never been too late. And my only became a sorcerer and did all of this because she wanted to be with Maki. And she thinks she hasn't succeeded. She still thinks she's a talentless hack. But everything that was demonstrated in this episode shows that she is talented. She can do such an amazing ability, but she's busy comparing herself to Maki and comparing herself to everyone else. And that's what Nobara was talking about. I'm not just a woman. I'm not comparing myself to the general standard denomination I belong to. I am me, and that's what matters. And all of this ties back straight to our main character, Yuji. Yuji is Yuji. Yuji is not defined by being a guy. He is not defined by being a curse. He is not defined by being Sukuna. He is defined by being Itadori Yuji. And he is not just another curse. He is not just Sukuna. He is a whole person and should be seen as such with his own identity, separate from whatever you may want to impose on him. And I think the story handled the themes really, really well this episode, and really knocked them out of the park. For a side episode without any of our main character in there, I really enjoyed this episode. I really enjoyed what it did for Mai, Maki, and Nobara's characters. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the next one. So yeah, if you enjoyed this episode, if you enjoyed this discussion and you want to see more, you want to see next week's episode right now, you can check it all out on the Patreon right now, unfiltered, uncut. It's all there for you to see. And yeah, I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye bye.